Hello and welcome back to A Boring Revolution, your number one news source for everything in regards to the Boring Company. Some great news arrived last week. I'm a little bit late on this one, sorry about that guys, but it's fantastic news. A project that has kind of been in the background over the last sort of 9 to 12 months has materialised into an actual proper proposal. And it looks like this could get over the line. In fact, I'm pretty confident, 80% confident that this particular proposal will get over the line and we may see some additional extensions on this one as well. So, this is the proposal. It's in Miami. I don't know if you remember back long ago when this fine gentleman, Michael Joseph Esquire, posted this tweet, said, hey, I'm interested in doing these kinds of projects. Please, call me and let's get talking. Let's see if we can get something down on paper and get some ideas of numbers and kind of what you can do for me. And it looks like that actually did happen. And Michael Joseph pushed this over the line with the help of the Boeing company. And we're going to get a project here. Not that one, this one. This is one of the reasonably good articles. They're actually better articles than this, but this is an inside article. Let's just have a look before I start going into the various news surrounding this particular proposal. Let's have a look at the actual plan itself. Let me just recenter that. So as you can see, straight away off the bat, this is a very, very straight alignment, which I like very, very much. There's various different colours on this map. The one that we're only going to be interested in today, sort of in the short to medium term, is the golden line, which is the North Miami Beach. It says it's 6.2 miles. When I scaled this off, I was getting 5.85 miles, 5.9 miles. So I think maybe they were overstating it a little bit there. But as you can see, it's a nice straight alignment. There's lots and lots of big gaps in between stations. I have 5 stations here, so it just over a mile. Some are just under a mile in between stations. Some are just over a mile. Just a little bit over a mile. So I think that's pretty damn good. That's if I was designing this, that's how I would do it. So, I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed with this. There are some extensions proposed. I assume, now this is an assumption, but I'll tell you anyway, I assume that these will be completely separate tunnels with either no connections or very minimal connections in between. So you would have to change vehicles to, for example, go from the gold line onto the green line. I might be wrong on that. I just thought I'd tell you because that's how it seems to be laid out. But I guess we'll find out. It's a good project. If they build these extensions, that would be 10 stations. Looks like in and around 10.5, 11 miles in total. Maybe 12 miles with all the extensions, somewhere in that kind of ballpark. So all in all, I like the proposal. It's in a nice dense city like Miami. That means it's going to get good usership. Nice and straight. Vehicles should be able to do 55, 60, maybe even 65 miles per hour in this system. Potentially over time that could be increased to maybe 70, 75 miles per hour in the very, very long term. But I think in the short term, based on what we've seen in Las Vegas, they're looking at around 55 miles per hour top speed to begin with, and then they will over time just increase it by 5 miles per hour, say every 6 months. So 60 miles per hour then to 65 miles per hour. Okay, so let's just have a look at the articles. We'll start with this one because it's the one I've clicked on. So Elon Musk Boeing Company has submitted a proposal for a 6.2 mile underground transit system in Miami. Great article. Let's see what he said. Elon Musk, the Boeing Company, has submitted a proposal for 60.2 miles. The North Miami Beach Loop would ferry Tesla vehicles between several stations along State Road 826. So it's following the alignment of that road, which is exceedingly straight, and that's perfect for high-speed operation. I mean, if they really pushed it, I think they could get the speed in this system close to 100 miles per hour, but I don't think they'll ever do that because the regulators won't like it. Between the Golden Glades Transit Centre and Sunny Isles Beach at Newport Pier, initially be able to move more than 7,500 passengers per hour, which is not bad at all. So that's quite a bit more than being moved at the Las Vegas Convention Center now, but that could be scaled up to 15,000 per hour. I assume by increasing the system's overall average speed to above 60 miles per hour, well above 60 miles per hour, and also potentially adding more vehicles and maybe more higher capacity vehicles. So all in all, that's excellent. The best article that I've read, I think I read this on Friday actually, but today as well, is this one by Simon Alvarez. Always writes very good stuff, should be very proud of himself. Elon Musk's Boring Company submits plans for a 6.2 mile loop system in Miami. Again, it's saying the same things. Here we have 7,500 passengers per hour. When scaled, the North Miami Beach Loop could be increased to accommodate over 15,000 commuters. Let's see what else. So the North Miami Beach Loop is open for expansion. Just like as it was currently under construction. Among these potential extensions is a 3-mile connection to the Hard Rock Stadium. So let's just have a look at that on the diagram there. Hard Rock Stadium. So it's up there at the left. Hard Rock Stadium. I don't know who plays at the Hard Rock Stadium. I don't know if that's the football team, soccer team, is the soccer team, or the baseball team, or the NFL team. I don't even know if you have an NFL team in Miami. Oh, you have the Miami Dolphins, don't you? But yeah, so there's a stadium up there, so it makes a lot of sense for people, avoiding traffic to have access there. Great article, well worth reading. Get yourself on Teslarati. If you go into Elon Musk there, they have a whole page dedicated to Boring Company news, which in my book is brilliant. New York Post, another excellent article. I'll tell you why this is a good article, because the person writing it has tried to link in some other information that they have, and I was not aware of that information. So Elon Musk's Boring Company is moving ahead with plans to build underground tunnels for cars in a bid to relieve clogged roads and highways in Miami and Texas. Obviously, we're focusing on Miami today. The proposal's price tag reportedly ranges from $185 to $220 million. So that ranges from, just thinking off the top of my head, it's around $15 million per mile up to around $17.7 million per mile. If it's 6.2 miles long, which I don't think it is, I think it's like 5.85 miles for the Golden Line section. Plans allow for the option to extend extensions to North Miami Beach Loop that would include connections to Hard Rock Stadium and Florida International University, Biscayne campus. Wonderful. That's a good picture, that, isn't it? That's a really good picture. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, where is it? There is a link, I believe in this article is a link to this article. And this is an old article, I think. Oh no, it's not. This is a reasonably new article. If you go through this, ignore the rest of that fluff. It talks about the test site that they have in Pflugerville in Texas, near Austin. In May, Boring Company applied for permit for a research and development test site, which was granted the following month. So unfortunately I missed that, guys. Sorry about that. The documents show its plans consist of as many tunnels as necessary for its purposes. So that could be 10 tunnels, maybe more. Each tunnel would be 300 to 600 feet long, dug using a boring machine called Proofrock, an upgrade from the one boring used to dig tunnels under the convention center in Las Vegas that have been operating for almost a year. Texas soil is more porous than the sandy Vegas soil, giving the company an opportunity to practice tunneling in a different set of conditions. More porous. I'm not sure I agree with that actually, but hey, maybe I don't know the geology too well. My understanding of the Austin site was that there was deep down there were these areas of chalk that is fairly solid, like good quality chalk with minimal fractures, and that is perfect for boring in. So I guess we find out more information on that. But the fact that they're saying, hey, we want to dig multiple tunnels and they're going to be 600 feet long, so I presume they're going to be using porpoising, where they start at the surface, go down at kind of 15 degrees, go straight, and then go up again at 15 degrees, maybe 20 degrees. Then that's going to be lots of fun testing for them, and they can change things on the machines and add new machines and kind of work out the kinks, as it were. Well, that's a good article. This is kind of a general article. There's not really too much in it from what I remember. Yeah, it's just kind of linking the Business Insider. Not sure why. I found, just to finish off, I found this one quite funny. So again, this is from Electric, by the way. I actually quite like Electric. I read Electric pretty much every day. It's just a nice little news site for reading up on things, and I do enjoy it. See what else it says. There's the plans. If you want to download it, get it from here. Talks about Michael Joseph. So at the end of every Electric article, they have this kind of take, which is from Fred Lambert, I assume. It doesn't say. But Fred Lambert has wrote the following. I think tunnels are an interesting solution to traffic issues. I'm sure they are, Fred. But I am not convinced that the Boring Company's loop is the best way to implement a tunnel-based solution. So give me an example of another tunnel-based kind of mass transit system that has been built in Miami or some other city that you think can be done cheaper and faster than this. Give me the example that it can be done cheaper and faster than the Boring Company. So it's a bit of a bizarre kind of, I'm not sure this is going to work thing, kind of rant. Musk has been promising a full-scale simulation of how it would alleviate traffic for a long time, but he has yet to deliver it. Funnily enough, Fred, I think Elon is rather busy, and he's got enough on his plate with SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and then also the Boring Company. To be frank, on that list, I suspect in Elon's mind, he is giving less time to the Boring Company than Neuralink. Slightly less time, but it's going to be less time. And I think that at the end of the day, Elon Musk has minimal time. He's got to prioritise. And at the moment, the Boring Company is being very, very well run by Steve Davis. And, this can wait another year. It's not that essential. As for the Las Vegas Convention Center, this is a pearl of this. We recently tested it at CES, the first big use case of it, and it was underwhelming. Wow. What did you expect to happen? And to have bloody mascots jumping out and balloons in every car? Free party bus? I don't know. But anyway, it's all silly, and if that's his opinion, fine, you can have opinions, but I just think that it's a bit of a bizarre rant, as it were. So before we finish up, let's just quickly summarise what we've done today in terms of what this project's about and what it's going to do. Let me see if I can blow that up a bit bigger for you. Okay, so it's this is in Miami, by the way, proposed 6.2 mile underground transit system in Miami. I think it's 5.85 miles. I will pull up a map and rescale it off on another episode. Project was proposed by Miami Beach Commissioner Michael Joseph. He's done a fantastic job pushing this over the line, and that's great to see, and the Boring Company's obviously, helped him put together a good plan, although it did essentially follow the plan that he proposed via that tweet that I showed you. The estimated construction cost is 185 million to 220 million, which is very, very reasonable for a mass transit scheme. If you were going to build a train, you would be talking, possibly a billion, just under a billion, up to about 1.7 billion. Cost per mile, so I've used 6.2 miles and the maximum cost it could possibly be, so 17.7 million per mile. Will initially include 6 underground stations. When I did it there was 5, so I don't know how they've got 6, but maybe they're including one of the extensions. Could be extended to 10 underground stations on 3 lines, so that links up the university there, and it also links up the Hard Rock Stadium. Someone put in the comments below if that's a soccer stadium or football stadium or baseball stadium, as I have no idea, and I should have done my research, but I didn't. So I have to apologise, guys, but I'm willing to learn. We'll initially move 7,500 passengers per hour, which is a damn good rate. Will be useful, and that's going to be 24 hours a day, I presume. But I expect that they will quickly expand that to 15,000 per hour. It's a 3-year I forgot to show you that in one of the articles. It's a 3-year process, so even if they expedite it, I don't think it's going to take less than a year. I think it'll probably take 1.5 years, but hey. And then you're looking at around 2 years, maybe 2.5 years for construction. So I think reality is it takes almost 4 years, but they're saying they think they can do it in 3. I hope it's somewhere in between, but obviously I'd love to see it under 3 years. That would be sublime. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed that episode and you learned something, and that's what I want. Please consider liking the video and also subscribing to the channel if you want regular updates on the Boring Company. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't be boring, and yeah, see you on the next one, guys. Take care.
You have no honor.